So, one of the most wonderful times about this otherwise spectacular time of year is the ready availability of very modestly priced chunks of beef. This is a 6.43 pound bone-in prime rib, which is on sale for $9.99 a pound. That's a deal. All by itself, that's a deal. The supermarket that I got this from happened to have a digital coupon that lowered the price to $5.77 a pound. You can only get one at that cost, but still, there's some great deals to be had. And just about every supermarket will have these size pieces of prime rib readily available and ready to go. So now it's up to you and me to turn this big piece of meat into something delicious. Fortunately, that's really easy to do. So what do? We start by dry brining it. And not just any dry brine. We're gonna use this stuff. This is the recipe from That Dude Can Cook, his Rosemary Salt. Ho, ho, ho. If you don't know, you gotta check it out. And I'll provide a link in the description below. But this is a mix of fresh rosemary, some fresh lemon zest, and some kosher salt. And that's it. It is spectacular. It's gonna season up that beef beautifully. We're gonna put a nice crust on it. Can't wait. But we need some time, so that crust can develop, the meat can dry out. I'm gonna dry brine this. It's gonna be awesome.
Welcome back to the Farm Cook channel. This is the place where you get to eat well, have fun, and hopefully learn lots, especially about low carb and keto cooking. So now, let's get ready and make some dinner.
All right, so the first step in this process of turning this beautiful piece of beef into something even more spectacular is to just take it out of its package, dry it off, trim off some of the big chunks of fat, the loose stuff. We do want some in there to keep its moisture, but as you can see, this is a substantial piece of meat. It started off 6.43 pounds. And what I'm gonna do is just use some of this seasoned salt with rosemary and lemon rind, and I'm not sure what else is in it. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to check with That Dude Can Cook, because he was the inspiration for this. But if we can use this to help dry brine the beef, it is going to be spectacular. And dry brining is just a process of seasoning the protein before you cook it. And that does a couple of things. One, it concentrates the flavor a little bit. Two, it dries out the outside of the skin and creates a more moist and tender piece of whatever the protein is that you happen to be cooking. It's better to do it on slightly larger cuts of beef. So if you have a half-inch thick steak, I wouldn't necessarily do a dry brine. But if it's a more substantial piece, then absolutely. And this is a very substantial piece. So that means you can get a little bit more aggressive with the seasoning, because the seasoning is only on the outside, and there's a relatively small amount of surface area to total volume. So we want to make sure we get a lot of seasoning on the outside. So I'm going a little bit heavier than I would ordinarily for just regular old dry brining, because I'm trying to build up that crust and trying to do a little extra seasoning. So just want to make sure all the bits are covered, all the surface area is taken care of. So that's it, and this is going to hang out in the fridge for about 20 hours or so. I haven't actually decided on how I'm going to cook this yet, whether or not it's going to be smoked, whether it's going to be baked in the oven or cooked sous vide. Haven't made the ultimate decision on that yet. So, but that's again one of the great things about this cut of meat is you can prepare it a variety of different ways, and it's really easy. It turns out spectacular. So, just got to make sure the outside is all seasoned, even the parts that have the bone. And I don't. Some people swear that they can taste a difference between the bone-in ribeye or bone-in prime rib compared to the stuff cooked without the bone. I can't do it. I've tried blind testing and I can't tell the difference. It's delicious. So, and either way is delicious to my taste buds. So I'm almost done here. Just got to season up this last little bit. And then I'm going to throw this guy into the fridge and let him hang for a bit. In the fridge, uncovered, on a rack, elevated, so air can circulate and help with that drying process. And tomorrow, he'll be ready. Or she, I don't know. But that's it. Now, this guy goes into the fridge. All right, it's now about 20 hours later. This is what the roast looks like after dry brining in the fridge. It's looking really yummy. You can see the seasoning on top. We've got the sous vide cooker coming up to temperature. Got our vacuum sealer ready to go. This is just a very inexpensive vacuum sealer from Amazon. I think I paid less than $50 for it. We're going to shove this guy into this bag, and we're going to seal them up and then drop them into the sous vide cooker for the next 8 hours. Can't wait. All right, we're back. The sous vide just finished up after 8 hours of time. Let's see what things look like, knowing all the while that it's not going to look pretty. It's just the way it is. So when something is cooked in water, it just doesn't look very appetizing. Let me get this guy out of here. Take off the lid carefully because there's a lot of water. We try and keep the lid on to keep the water from evaporating. And what you have left is a big piece of meat. This is just a weight that I was using, trying to make sure that the roast does not pop up at all. So, like I said, this is not a good looking thing. Let me just get it out of here and rest over here. Move this out of the way. So the next step in the process to make it at least look a little better, it's totally cooked. It's ready to go now, but it just doesn't look very appetizing. So let's take care of that now by opening him up, patting him dry, and then marking them on the grill. The grill has been heating for the last, 25 minutes or so. Let's just get him off of here. Oh, very, very tender. And this liquid that's left, just dump it. It's not going to be yummy. You can smell the rosemary and a little bit of lemon and the sage from that rub. Get some more paper towels. I want to get everybody really dry and then get him out onto the grill. Not pretty, but we'll take care of that in just a moment. Thanks. All right, just mark this guy on the grill for 20, 30 seconds and then turned it. It looks a whole lot better than it did coming out of the sous vide cooker. And I tried to get all sides. So it's a pretty good sized roast. Let's see what it looks like once we start diving into it. Oh man, this is a big boy. And it does have the bone on. So let me get that taken care of first. All right, save that for later. Ooh, looking pretty nice. So let's just get into it. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful edge to edge color. It's looking spectacular. You know what we need to do? We need to just peel off a little bit, give it a sample. This is a very modest price roast from my local supermarket. It's a grand total of, I think it was $5.77 a pound with a digital coupon. So, small bite. Let's see what it tastes like. It's yummy, delicious, very tender. I think it could be enhanced with a little horseradish cream. That kicks it up another level. It's the holiday time. Make a roast. Get a deal. Enjoy food for the next couple of days. Share with family, with friends. Merry Christmas and happy holidays.